Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have what we call in the business a pubcast here. Now, if you do not want to listen to this, you can always go to that main menu and hit that mute button. And we're going to be watching the blue team on the payload Swiftwater. Going to be trying to push the card all the way to the end, or as far as red team allows them to. And we already have the red engineer, Betomac, going to be setting up a sentry right here in the typical spot. We have the rest of the red players now coming out into the courtyard. And looks like only 30 seconds left, so I hope they're going to be able to, get everything set up in time. Now, anyway, we're going to be looking at the team rosters, just see how the team compositions are sitting. Looks like both teams do have a medic, and that's very good. Blue team under playered, or whatever you call it. They're missing 2 players, so it's going to be a little bit hard for them to push out, but I have faith in them anyway. Now we're going to be jumping around. We have the Rainbow Warrior cam, as he's going to be running with that Uber charge, going to be trying to heal up his players as they push out, using it right away, and avoids a lot of spam. The red team popping a Kritzkrieg, and Uber versus Kritzkrieg. Not going to happen. That medic going to be taken down like Swiss cheese. Meanwhile, the Spy's going over the heavy, but not able to get a stab. Now we're going to be jumping around the camera a little bit more. We do have Aerospace trying to lead the charge, but Classy Gentleman stabbing him in the back right there, so his spine has been removed. And we do have the engineer trying to set up a sentry, and it's not completely leveled up yet, but it doesn't matter. His red team has had a great hold so far. Those Spies doing so much work. Now we do have all these blue players finally getting the card, pushing across a little bridge of doom, as it's going to be the heavy right there. That's going to be Dr. Aerospace with his medic Rainbow. And all these red players know it's about to happen. There's not that many combat classes for the red team out here. The Demo Man jumping down, trying to stop the cart. But it's just not going to happen. He does not have the stickies low. The Pyro running up. He's going to run into the sentry. But no, the heavy weapons guy taking it down. And we do have the Demo Man still trying to push the cart. The red team up here. And looks like all these blue players. The heavy somehow jumped up behind them. That's Aerospace. The medic going to be going down. That's going to be Dr. Aerospace taking down the base god, and it looks like red team just falling apart here in this courtyard. The engineer is the only one left. Both of them covered in the Girardi. This one engineer stopping the card. I believe that is Industrious Negro. He's going to be having that mini sentry there assisting him, just single-handedly holding off that blue team push, but it doesn't matter. His blue team now has the numbers. Red team going to be getting stuffed in that little cave soon enough, as somehow they still haven't pushed up this hill. Now we're going to be jumping around the cameras a little bit. We do have Rainbow Warrior going to be running with a Uber charge with a heavy, popping it right now, trapping the red medic in the house. The red medic escaping somehow. Not sure how that happened, but it doesn't matter as he got paled down by Salient. Now the blue team going to be camping that teleporter, taking down the soldier coming in. That's going to be Monk taking out the medic there. So nice play by him. Now we're going to see what Lurdwert is going to be doing. He's going to go into the cave right now, just doing some sneakery. Going to be trying to stop this red team advantaging. He sees the Pyro. He gets a nice shotgun on him and 2 rockets to take down Pon O'Brien. Now we're going to be jumping around. We do have the base god cam. I believe he is using the Vitasaw, as he already has a fairly good Uber charge percentage. He's going to be healing this Demo Man here. But like we've seen before, the red team just does not have the combat classes. And that blue spy going to be stabbing down the Demo Man. Base god had no idea and was actually healing him for a little bit. He's actually still healing him, surprisingly enough. Now finally taking out the Vitasaw and going to work. And we're going to be jumping around some more. Pon O'Brien going to be stopping this blue team's charge, but he's got knocked down to way too low health. He's going to have to run back and get a health pack right here. He's going to be running with that degreaser, just kind of assisting his team where he can. They're going to be watching Lionheart. Lionheart going to be running around with that weird bot killer scattergun. He's going to be trying to get on the cart and going right. He's not going to shoot the red Demo Man, actually. He walked right into him and decided he's going to spare his life for some reason. He actually wants to hunt down the sniper, but it's not going to happen. It's Heisenberg killing him with the bushwhacker. Now we're going to be jumping around a little bit more. We do see that the blue team does have this Uber charge pulled together. They're all gathering around the cart. The mini sentry dropped down. It's being wrangled. All these blue players streaming out. Red team really needs to put a stop to this. The blue Uber has been popped, though. The Pyro is going to be trying to put a stop to that, and it's not going to happen. Pon O'Brien taken down by Oblivion. Now these blue soldiers going to be just kind of running around. Medic trying to push him forward a little bit farther, but it doesn't even matter. His blue team is going to be able to capture this second control point. And we do have these red players coming to spawn. Just those final spawners. The medic base god are going to be trapped back here as he's going to be hunted down by the spy. He's trying to get back in the spawn. It's not going to happen. The spawn door's locked. He's getting chased down and beaten to death by Oblivion with that bat. Now, Let's see, we have all these blue players now streaming on the cart. The red team, the soldier jumping in, getting a nice little bomb on them there, but he's not able to go into the house. There we go. He gets up to the balcony where he wanted to go, and he's just going to be hiding back here, spamming down onto that cart. That mini sentry going to be causing some problems, but it doesn't matter. It's already been taken down. Red team, yet again, Base God and the rest of his players going to be trapped behind enemy lines now that the spawn doors has locked. Base God, what are you going to do? He's at low health. He only has a crit screen. He's going to be running for his life. Walks right into the cart, and no, he's going to be taken down right there by Oblivion yet again. So now we're going to be dropping around. We see Aerospace. He's going to be trying to tackle a level 2 sentry and the engineer behind it. That's Benomat and taking it down easily, just cleaning up the backfield for a little bit. And just kind of making sure the blue team's protected in their new spawn. We're going to see what Dogs does. He's going to be going, not getting the stab on the enemy spy. Tried to. It's just not going to happen, but it's all good as he's going to be able to cloak away and just kind of put on a new disguise. Anyway, Dogs Bordy going to be just doing a little bit of lay to ranger sniping, whatever you call that pistol, as he's trying to take down the engineer. It's not going to happen, but the Dr. Aerospace Heavy going to come in and assist him here. Now we do have a bunch of the blue players in this courtyard, but no one pushing that cart right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't even matter as in pubs. It just matters if you get it to the end. Then we have all these blue scouts getting on it. We do have that red soldier behind. There's going to be Babel, but he's taken down by Breach right there. And these engineers for the red team just trying to stop this unbreakable wave of blue players. And we do have the pyros coming out. That's going to be Greer, and the other pyro, I believe, is Pon O'Brien. We see Griot taking down Fun with Knives right there. And we do have this other pyro going in. That's Pon O'Brien lighting a lot of those blue players on fire. If there was a demo man or somebody else to kind of assist and pick up some cleanup kills, but it's not going to happen. As red team still just locked back into that weird alley. That's Medic coming down. That's Base God. He's only at 30% Uber charge. Not sure what he's doing. He's going to have to run away. The pyro sees him, though, and he wants him. He's going to be hunting him down. Just going on a wild goose chase. Now, meanwhile, we do have some spy action. That's Dogs going to be trying to sap the engineer setup. The engineer's sentry gun is not pushed forward enough to defend the last control point, though. But he's finally going to move it there, and hopefully that will put a stop to this blue wave. We do have the sniper that's going to be salient, and we're going to see if we can find his cam real quick, as he's going to be trying to take out any red defenders who go anywhere near that cart. And we're actually jumping on the classy gentleman again. He's going to be trying to take out the sniper. Not going to happen as he just gets shotgunned down by Mr. Lionheart. And we're going to see Marlboro. He's going to be sitting back there. Oh my god. There we go. I was going to say he didn't notice the spy. And yep, he didn't, as the spy just stabbed him in the back. His Patuckus is now very sore. Meanwhile, Salient getting a nice snipe on the Babel. They're going to be jumping around once again, finding somebody to watch. We have Greer here sitting in the red team lower area, going to be defending that cart, going out, lighting the heavy on fire. Lands a nice flare to take out Dr. Aerospace. And we're going to be seeing what Lord Root is going to be doing. I do not know how to pronounce that name, as this soldier going to be jumping in, going right after the pyro and the mini sentry, taking down the sentry, but the fall damage does take him out in the end. So curse that damn earth, as it is just very hard cement. Now we're going to be watching Antlers. He's going to be rocking the dumpster diver kind of setup, using that weird rocket launcher, trying to jump away. He's taking a lot of damage on himself and going to be burned down by Kaz. Now we're going to be jumping around yet again. This blue team not able to penetrate this crazy red team defense. It's just like the Great Wall of China, but with guns. Now we're going to see Rainbow Warrior almost has this supercharge. Healing a spy. Almost got backstabbed there, but somehow noticed in time. But those spies for red team just really doing a lot of work trying to take down this medic. Fortunately, not going to happen as Breach comes in. That engineer just saving that medic's life. It looks like Rainbow Warrior now wants to push in with the rest of the team. The question is the rest of the team ready to go? Question is, who knows? And we're going to see Rainbow Warrior just meeting up with the demo man. They're going to be pushing in right now and seeing if they can take down this red engineer setup. Going to be spamming those stickies, taking down this mini sentry first. Now popping the Uber. This medic going to keep both demo man alive, as that demo man not able to take down the sentry so far. There we go. There goes the gun by Marlboro, as his now has to sit there and look at his broken setup and just kind of cry and watch My Little Pony. Meanwhile, the Homewrecker pyro coming out, interestingly enough, by Kaz, but unable to pick up a kill on that engineer setup. Gur going to be hunting down the scout. The scout going to use the bonk, and that's Lionheart. He's going to be stuck by an enemy line, knocked around by the sentry, and he might actually escape with his life here. No, actually not. Gur going to actually finish his goose chase and take down that scout. Meanwhile, this heavy coming out, but that Wrangler sentry is just going to be too annoying. Now we're going to be jumping around yet again, because that's what we do when we have stalemates like this. We're going to be seeing what Monk do, and he's going in for the Market Gardener. Not going to land one, though. But if he does, I will be very happy. He's going to be hunted down the engineer. Goes and no! Almost lands it. And looks like he just doesn't like using his rocket launcher that much. He just likes to have his shovel do the talking. He's now going to be knocked down to really low health. He's being hunted, and Lurwit is going to be taking him out. Now Marlborough is going to be able to build his level 3 sentry back up all the way again. That's going to be good for him. Meanwhile, Kaz is going to be taking down Benomat's little mini sentry. And interestingly enough, we have a guy named Richard Nixon, but he just got stabbed, so I guess we're not going to be watching his camera. Now we're going to see Salient going to be going from Sniper to Medic for the blue team. Gets a nice crossbow and a classy gentleman. He went in for the butter knife stab, and Salient was like, nope, here's a arrow to the face. So Salient going to be doing just fine, healing up all the teammates. Healing the spy there, but it doesn't matter. Nixon has his ears set onto James Bond setting, so he spotted that spy out very quickly. Now going to be running around. Salient almost has that uber charge, and he or she definitely wants to use it and just clear it out. Blue team really needs some kind of big play to get the cart all the way to the end. Meanwhile, it's getting pushed by somebody that's going to be fun with knives in the scout down there. They've somehow pushed it all the way down. The uber charge coming in. Red team, where are you? There are no red players. The sentry got taken out. I did not catch on camera, but somehow the cart has not been pushed in. We have Rainbow Warrior and the Devilman behind enemy lines. Just somebody needs to jump on there. We do have the Pyro, the Heavy, the Medic, and all those red players down on the cart. The cart is teetering. It's tipping on its tippy toes. It's about to go in. Somebody literally needs to throw like 10 pennies, and that thing will just fall right in. We have the Soldier Richard Nixon and all these other players just spamming at this heavy down there. And there we go, the sneaky cap by Kaz, I believe. Kaz just jumping in and getting a nice little sneaky just pushing it in, just do a little poke like that nice fun move to do on Worms, and just wins the round for the blue team.